Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is Prime 3 Season 9 PUBG Mobile Tournament. This is our grand finals, and we are heading towards the match number 1. It's a wrangle time, and look at how many teams have dropped in the Georgia pool areas. Well, Team TB, they're heading towards Zerky, but Team Dream Team, they're in a drop clash. They're in a gunfight, actually, against Team 16 that's coming up from Georgia pool, big city. And this is such a big city, but both these teams chose to fight each other immediately after dropping. And Team DT will be losing Uzbekistan. Just 2 players remaining now. And it's a 2v4 fight left. So I guess Team 16 will pretty easily eliminate Team DT. But the most important thing for Team Farboys Gaming now is they have to win this fight without losing any player. The first circle has initiated, and circle is favoring the northern areas of Erangel map. The flight path was western region oriented, so most of the teams they are being suppressed in the western part of Erangel map. And maybe that's the reason why Team DT had to head towards the big city of Georgopol, or else they would have headed towards their primary drop location. But according to the flight path, they changed their drop location. But now Ramzik, along with him, is going to be Lonely Say. 2 players remaining for Team DT. Can they change the fortune of Team DT by executing a clutch? It's a 2v4 fight. It's not going to be easy. They're 2 players short. It's going to create a huge difference. Team Etienne on the other side, they'll be losing Nixa. So a lot of teams in early fights, a lot of teams have headed towards Sosnoka military base as well. So there are almost 5 teams on the military base island, and they need to get out of there as soon as possible. You have to get control on the bridge to get out of Sosnoka military base. So I guess Berserk Esports, they're heading towards Norupno bridge. And are they going to camp the bridge? I guess they must be knowing that how much amount of teams are right now present on Sosnoka military base. So if they have an idea, they can head towards the bridge areas and they can camp the bridge, and they wouldn't allow the teams to pass by and head towards the mainland. Oh my god! That is clever! Farboys Gaming, they're down to just 1 player, Ramzik! He will be taken down by Target. That was a close call! The grenade was epic, right on target, and Farboys Gaming was about to get eliminated. This could have been a huge humiliation for them, getting clutched 2v4 by Team DT. Wow, Farboys Gaming will be losing no player, and they'll be winning this fight, but 3 of the players got knocked down, and that was a really, very close call. Team TT on the other side, even they're into action, so many teams they are fighting, and this is natural. This is what we most of the time see in the first Wrangle game, early fights. Sosnoka military base is comparatively more chaotic, so fights were expected from Sosnoka military base. Stone is going to beat out maybe. He won't be saved. Stone will be flushed out. So AVP Esports, Team 17, that is our Esports, will be getting their first accomplishment. Levi is out of this game, so maybe Team TT also got an elimination. Thomas will be reuniting with his teammates. Bit late he is, but it's absolutely fine. Now it's turned into a 3v3 head-to-head fight. And is there any team who's looking forward to go for a third party? Team FR, they're far away, so maybe third party opportunity won't be seeked by them. And the other teams, that is Berserk Esports, they headed towards the outer skirts of Novoripno, and they're squaring upon Team Old School. If Old School tries to get out of Novoripno, they'll be getting a surprise by Team Berserk. But I guess camping the bridge would have been a better option, because Team Old School, they will be moving in a clever manner. And I don't think they will be given any casualties by Team Berserk in the outer skirts of Novoripno. But camping the bridge and baiting Team Old School, which will be much more convenient for Team Berserk, is what I feel. So I guess they should head towards the bridge areas, and they should camp there. And easily they'll be able to get their hands on Team Old School. And I mean, you can just let the 2 of the vehicles pass away, and you can trap Team Old School. There are different strategies through which you can get your hands on the complete team, on all the players of the team. So yeah, you can get your hands on the complete team. There are different strategies which you can use on the bridge to bait teams. So fighting on the bridge is more convenient, in my opinion, rather than fighting in the outer skirts of Novoripno. Team TT and our Esports, meanwhile, both these teams are so much cautious, but error connected. Double barrel shotgun. It connects so well. Thinks is knocked out. Error gets knocked out. It's a great retaliation by Team Ava. And now just 1 player surviving. It's going to be top score. And he has a Uzi right now. A Uzi combination. Goes for the jump shot. But now he He felt the urge to reload. He misses this time, and he will be taken down by Thomas, and that's the end. Ava Esports falls short. They're eliminated on 17th position. And now we're left with 16 teams and 61 players. Not a lot of teams are present inside the circle right now. Most of the teams are out of the circle, so these rotational clash can be a bit hectic for teams. Mystic Esports, they were in Fairy Pier, and usually Aura Gaming, they are seen looting in the outer skirts of Fairy Pier. And in this game as well, I guess Aura Gaming, they're in the outer skirts of Fairy Pier. Mainly in Quarry areas looting. Aura Gaming might start off their fight with Team Mystic Esports. But Aura Gaming, I guess they don't really believe in early fights now. They've changed the strategy of how they play. And Aura Gaming now, they are more cautious in the initial stages. They don't fight until unless they are forced to fight. If any team just swims against the tide and goes to its quarry to deliberately fight against Team Aura Gaming, then in that scenario, Aura Gaming fights. But if they get two options, fighting and not fighting, they will choose the not fighting option first. So maybe they'll just survive, prioritize the circle to circle play by Aura Gaming, which is most of the time seen in the final game by their side, because we all know how much explosive the final game lobby is. So Aura Gaming, that is their master stroke move. In the final game, Team Aura Gaming, they play cautiously as they know that it will be easy for them to make it to the top 5. So out of 4 games, just spending one good game is not going to work out for you. And Aura Gaming knows that fact. So they have to do something to pull out 4 good games for them. Ecstatic is out of this game, by the way. Team Berserk will be facing a casualty. They didn't block the bridge, although. They didn't block the bridge. But look at Rich, how much separated he is at this point. And that is Team TT, who is moving quite closely. And he's keeping an eye on them. He will let Tactical Team pass by. He'll be making no noise, and Tactical Team has no clue about Berserk Rich. And Tactical Team will rotate easily towards the circle. Berserk Esports could have camped at the bridge, could have blocked the bridge. This could have given them plenty of eliminations. Even they could have been able to get their hands on Tactical Team and maybe old school both at the same time. But hesitation so much will be shown by Team Berserk, and they're heading towards the circle. But Team Aura Gaming, are they into a fight? Not yet. Farboys Gaming, if we take a look at the north of the circle, Farboys Gaming, again the same thing. Now Matt, he's the final player surviving, and they're fighting Mouse Sovereign. Mouse Sovereign has traveled a lot. They headed to its circle that is far away. They had to glide to its Turkey, and now even they have to cover a good amount of distance to enter the circle, and on their way towards the circle they'll be meeting Team Farboys Gaming, who didn't drop very far away from them, just in the Georgiapur big city. And Farboys Gaming will be losing new views, so Matt, he's the last player surviving, and he needs to get those crucial placement points for his team, because this is the very first game of the grand finals. Farboys Gaming with so much potential. If they get eliminated in the very first game, that potential is going to get wasted. Aura Gaming, by the way, they're going after Team EXF. And Aura Gaming starting off well on the positive side of the finish feed. They'll be seen. And Pubg will be flushed out. And that's the first accomplishment of the game for Team Aura Gaming. First frag secured early. Aura Gaming is looking in a phenomenal touch. And I guess they're trying to chase down their opponents. I guess Aura Gaming should control themselves at this point, because they are stuck between 2 teams. And third-party possibilities are so much in this part of the map. Old School Aspects versus Berserk Esports. Roth and Aspects won that fight. Roth gets knocked out. And Berserk Esports, their problems are not getting less, but instead, they're getting stuck into it more and more. Rich and Oreo, now the duel surviving, and wherever they are going, they're meeting opponents. Here as well now, they're moving quite closely. RSK Esports will be dealing those shots, but they didn't get an angle there to trace down that vehicle, but still from a range. The shots being connected on Berserk Esports. Almost their heart was in their throat. But Berserk Esports will cross Team RSK. They'll pass by Team RSK and they will find a decent compound for them. And this should be a low-key compound inside the circle. They're on the eastern side of the circle. And if tactical team, they stretch out their rotation, they will use this one bridge to enter the circle. And they might meet Team Berserk Esports there. And these two teams might start on the fight. And if Team Fallen Ruthless starts moving, if Team FR starts moving, even they have a chance to do third party on both these teams. But tactical team, they're not using the bridge. They'll be using the northern part of Yasna Poliana. They'll be using the northern part of the lake. And they'll be accessing the circle. So that's a really good rotation by tactical team. And less risky rotation in my opinion, because in the northeast, there are no teams present. Oh my goodness. Now this is a disaster for tactical team. Because entering this kind of a circuit is going to be a hell of a task for them. It will be difficult. And it will be draining them out completely to enter this circle. So maybe now they'll have to face the damage of the blue if they want to enter stage 3. If they want to enter the third circle. They've entered stage 3, but if they want to enter the third circle, they'll have to face the damage of the blue. That's the only way they'll be able to enter the circuit. Because entering from the north is like a short-term rotation. It's not a long-term solution for them. It's a short-term solution. But Berserk Esports now, Team FR chasing them. Berserk Esports will keep on running away from their opponents because there's nothing they can do about it. In every fight, they're outnumbered. So then they don't have any option. They just have to run away. Let's see how well they can drive and run away. And eventually they'll be heading to a Team RSK Esports. Now that is a problem. They desperately want to avoid fights, but it's not happening. By the way, Old School will be showing up in Boatyard. And Team GE will be welcoming their Vista. Headed to his 3-story building. GE 77. Yes, Ghosty on his aim and he knocks him down. There's one final player alive, that is going to be Twister, and he will be taken down by 77. So 77 executes a brilliant 1v3 and Old School gets eliminated on 15th position. Wow. GE becoming the Predators. Old School became a prey here. And they couldn't attack properly. Boatyard is deep inside the circle. Every team would like to get some amount of area inside Boatyard. Because if you get into Boatyard and you settle down, then there are no fights happening. Your opponents won't bother you. It's just about settling. If you're entering Boatyard, obviously your opponents are gonna target you before you get settled down there. But once you're settled down, once you spend some time, I guess you can survive here in Boatyard. Even your competitors can survive, even you can survive. But you'll just have to compromise and share this drop location with your competitors. But since that was a late rotation by Old School, and they straight away slammed it in front of Team GE's eyes, it was easy for Team GE to eliminate Team Old School. And now Team Berserk doing the same thing, and they will get eliminated. So till the very last breath, Team Berserk kept on running, and finally they were exhausted. And they made a decision to fight, but they couldn't even fire a bullet. And Berserk Esports will be out of this game on 14th position. And that is a miserable performance by Team Berserk Esports. Berserk Esports needs to focus on the Miramar now, the upcoming game. By the way, we're about to start off at stage 4. The damage is going to increase. Powers Gaming's Matt is back into his home in Georgia Big City. And now he has to gather healings out so that he can bear the damage of the blue and enter the circle. Circle moves for a western shift, and this is such a confusing circle. Most ugliest kind of circle, because there are water bodies in between, and it's going to drain our players so much. Because now players have to give the 200% when there is water body inside the circle. The land area is less, so you continuously have to fight. Tactical team, they bear the damage of the blue, and they are pretty much close to the circle. By the way, I guess they'll need to fight Team Sage if they want to make an entry into the circle because Team Sage is standing right in the midway. They're standing right in the middle. So they'll need to fight Team Sage Esports. They will sweep Team Sage Esports. That's the only way they can enter the circle. And Team Sage Esports, by the way, don't underestimate them. Because Sage Esports, they were waiting for this particular moment that they will have circular advantage, and then they will cut off the rotations of all the teams who are out of the circle. So Sage Esports, they are ready for this fight. 6 elims for Mao Sovereign. They're really looking in a great touch. And maybe they've given casualties to team Aim to Shoot. But my question is Aim to Shoot out of this game? Yup, they're eliminated from this game. So Mao Sovereign, that is a great start. Now they should convert this into a great finish as well. Because it happens most of the times that Mao Sovereign starts off well, but they're not able to survive in the end stages of the game. They get overwhelmed. So rotation now is a big task and it has to be on point. If Mao Sovereign just executes their rotation on point, I feel like Mao Sovereign can do so much better just by executing rotations on point in the critical stages. After stage 4 I'm talking about. Not in the first or second circle. It's always easy to rotate in the first or second circle. But if they rotate well in the 5th or 6th stage of the game at critical points, it will be so much easy for them because they have immense amount of gunpowder. So gunfights with Mao Sovereign, it's difficult to win, but you can outperform them through rotations. And Mystic Esports, they are stuck in a miserable position. Sexy Oji got knocked out, or a gaming from the back end areas might stab them in their back. Matt, he almost attacked Mystic Esports, but he will continue his journey and he will travel deep inside the circle. Even Tactical Team, they are engaged in those revivals because one of their players is knocked out. So they won't be completely able to focus on Team Mystic Esports. And Mao Sovereign's Grish, he is finished out. And I'm afraid, wow, Mao Sovereign is out of this game. I was talking so much about them. And Mao Sovereign got eliminated. Team FR. Now I guess they're down to 2 players because Zido is out. Shakid is knocked out. Sabir reviving out his own teammate. And Team RC, they use utilities, the grenades, and then maybe if they field us, they will close in. But now they have to close in. They have no other option left. 911 from the low ground disadvantage areas. The low ground areas will be putting in those grenades on Team FR. Can they make connection this time? Not even this time. But RC is moving it. 911 is moving too close. That is dangerous. Technique falls down, but he will manage to knock down 911. And this is what I was talking about, that 911 is moving too much closer. And this can bother him. That happened. Shakid didn't give up till the final breath. He knocked his opponent out before falling into the waters. And now this is a problem for Team RC. Team FR can change the direction of this fight. It's a 2v2 fight. Dong Gong, yeah. Dong that is. Sorry. Dong and Shakti is the 2 left. And Dong, well, he sneaks out of that fight. And this is kind of a slow death for Team FR because they're bearing the damage of the blue. But the blue zone is also bothering Team RC. So they have to now figure out and make a decision. These 2 eliminations are not important than getting winner chicken dinner. Aura Gaming has done a great job till now, maintaining the numbers advantage, keeping all their pro players alive. 7 units as well. Alpha couldn't trace down those vehicles. Team RC is right in front of his eyes. Amrit gets knocked out. Other eyes will look for a shot. Alpha will flush out Dong and he won't stop. And Team FR as well moving pretty closely. And Team FR at the end, they will be beating Team RC. And Team FR will put an end to this fight. Team RC gets eliminated on 7th position. Team FR started this fight and they will be ending this fight too. Look at the control of 21 Guns. 21 Guns has controlled this game in such a fabulous way. All their pro players alive, they'll be compromising in terms of eliminations, but I say this always, that in the end circle, all you need is just numbers advantage. Even though if you don't have much amount of elimination, you still will dominate the game. You will still control the game. Even Team Sage Esports, they have more eliminations and all their 4 players alive. And I guess there are just 2 teams who have all their 4 players alive. Aura Gaming, they are fading off. They are losing their players. Prime and Scars, the dual surviving. Well, they have the edge of the circle. But the upcoming shift of the circuit is difficult to predict that it will favor them or not. But Matt, hats off to him. How on earth did he survive for so long? And first of all, how did he make it to the circle? Because he was in the big city of Georgia, far away from the circle. He made it to the circle. He got few eliminations as well. Did he get any elimination for Far Voice Esports? Yup. He got eliminations for his team. So he'll be adding up more points. And elimination on 4th position, that means 4 points of placement. So Farboy's Gaming has done a great job for his team. It will be valuable. Aura Gaming, by the way, from this height advantage, they'll be pinning down Team 21 Guns. And Aura Gaming is in a mood to close in. By the way, 21 Guns, they are present inside the circle. So Aura Gaming, they have to eliminate 21 Guns at any cost. 11 eliminations for Aura Gaming, and that's a terrific way to start off the Grand Finals. And I'm so happy to see that Aura Gaming, after so much hard work and struggles, they are finally performing. And they are getting a fruit of their hard work. I've been seeing them play since a very long time. And now Aura Gaming, after so many struggles, they've started performing, they've started delivering. Personally, I'm happy. Poison knocks down Prime, by the way. And Aura Gaming might need to compromise with #3, but Daisy God will be knocked out by Gelson. Hey, hello, Gelson. We'll find it difficult to flush him out, but maybe 21 Guns will cross that ridge and attack Aura Gaming. Scar, it's a 1v1 fight against that team, and Scar is so much low at this point. Will he be able to pop in that first hit? It's very difficult for him, and Aura Gaming Scar will be overwhelmed there. He got outnumbered, but still Aura Gaming getting 16 points out of this game. The very first game, leading them to the top of the table. Now we're left with 7 players and 2 teams. Frozen, trying to give cover as they can. And Team Sage Esports, they're eliminated. Winner, chicken dinner for 21 Guns. The OG strategy of playing passive. This is the same story written by 21 Guns again. We most of the time see this kind of gameplay from 21 Guns. The same strategy. They play passive, they prioritize the center of the circle. The circle to circle gaming by Team 21 Guns. Nothing else. Just kept it all easy and basic. And they got a winner chicken dinner with 7 elims, which makes it 17 points out of this game. Sage Esports with #2 with, I guess, 6 points. And 11 points. 12 points for Sage Esports, as they got #2. And 16 points for Team Aura Gaming. And they will be on 3rd position on points table after this first game. So we'll be taking a short break and we'll be right back with match number 2. Till then, like, subscribe. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for match number 2. We're heading towards Miramar, the most toughest map to play, and this is gonna be a big challenge for all the teams. Inside this plane, inside this lobby, La Cobreria is the starting point of the flight path, and the flight path finishes off towards the south of Los Leones, favoring the central regions of Miramar map. Heading towards the southwest and northeast will be difficult. LSR, Crucible, and Tirabronc are far away from the flight path, and teams will need to glide a lot. Maybe they'll need to collect vehicles. But there are three teams. Ava East was there heading to Astoria Umda, and along with them, it's Team TT as well, who's trying to access Astoria Umda. And both these teams are going to drop in the same compound or on the same car, and eventually it will lead to a fight. It will lead to casualties. And Team DT immediately will be diverting their glide. Ramzik, he's heading to his water treatment. Berserk Eastwards, they'll keep on gliding. And they are trying to beat Team Ava Esports in terms of gliding. Lynx knocking down TB Kairos, and the fight has started. They were trying to leave Ava Esports behind through glide, and they were trying to collect vehicles and then head towards Torre Ahumada. But before that, they'll be lucky and they'll be finding a vehicle for them. Ava Esports immediately there into a fight, and they're going after Team Mao Sovereign. Now, two of the players of Mao Sovereign been knocked out. Eilish, both the weapons were DMR, and Eilish will be finished out in a fraction of a second. Ava Esports wins this fight. Ava Esports gets 4 elimination quickly, and now Ava Esports can head to his storeroom. Then, sad for Mao Sovereign that they performed well in the last game, and here they'll have to get eliminated early. They're out on the 20th position. That was unlucky for Mao Sovereign. The same thing they did in Erangel as well. Mao Sovereign glided a lot to access Turkey. Here they wanted to head to Astoria. You need to understand that if your drop location is not favored by the flight path, you can go towards a secondary drop location, and you must have the skill to win fights on your secondary drop location. You have to do that. Because getting eliminated like this is painful. It's painful and it's bitter. So now Mao Sovereign, they have just one last game. That is Rondo. If they don't perform in Rondo, then they will just play Erangel for the formality. Nothing will be left to accomplish. Nothing could be accomplished after playing that Erangel game. By the way, Tactical Team versus Team NXT. Tactical Team is in the center and they're in a sandwich situation. Team F are right behind them. NXT in front of them. Tactical Team has to just sit quietly. They cannot make a lot of noise. They cannot draw the attention of both the teams at the same time. If they do that, then they will be the first one to get eliminated here in San Martin. And blood will spill. Blood will be spilled. Fight will happen. None of these teams are gonna back off from fights. Next Esports, we all know how much they love to fight in the initial stages, so they are not backing off. That thing is true. But Team DT, they are going after Team EXF. Team DT got eliminated first in the last game. I don't know about first or second, but Team DT got eliminated early in the last game. And here with just one knock, Team DT shows up. They close in immediately. And Falcon was so much confident that he just needed a scooter to travel and close in towards Team EXF. And Roloito won't be saved. So EXF Esports will be bearing that casualty. They'll be doing nothing about it. And EXF Esports now, they're increasing the distance too, so that Team DT don't chase them down to eliminate them. And next Esports hitting Team TT and giving them a casualty. And I was talking about this just a minute ago. I said that TT has to just sit quietly in a corner. They cannot grab the attention of both the teams at the same time, and that happened. Next Esports gives them a casualty. And Stone, he's way behind. And Team FR is squaring up on him. So Stone is in a danger. FR Esports attacks him. It will be a 1v3. Next Esports taking care of Thomas and Error, which is the duo surviving. So it's a 2-1 split, which is the duo in front of them. Thomas is in the back and building, so he cannot directly give cover to Error. Maybe he'll need to jump back in his angle. That's the only way he'll be getting cover from his teammate. Next Esports, at least in this game, they'll be getting a good start for them. That error, he almost made a mistake. He almost gave his opponent a chance to knock him down. That was a good angle by error. Next Esports, they're cautious about it. They know that things can go south. They know that playing casual can change everything for them. It has to be perfect. It has to be a no-loss win here in San Martin. Even if they just are fighting just one team, even if they are just fighting one team, it has to be a no-loss win. And if they're fighting both the teams, it has to be a no-loss win. Because the target of next esports is so much big. If they want to achieve that target, if they want to achieve that goal, they must have numbers advantage by the end stages of this game. So if they lose players in these early fights, then Rondo will become very much crucial for them, and they will have so much pressure on them for Rondo that there's a lot of chance that they might fail in the recall phase of Rondo. And if that happens, then almost this finals is over for them. They won't be able to win it. They won't be in contention too. And Error was doing the same thing again and again, and he gets knocked out. Good anticipation by Axe, and he puts Error to sleep. So tactical team will keep on losing players. By the way, Team FR will be disengaging from this fight. They just minded their own business. They looted. FR doesn't want to engage themselves into a fight. Especially they don't want to fight two teams at the same time. Already they've went through a lot, especially in the last game. So here in this game, Team FR would like to survive till the very end. And Miramar is the map of discipline, so you need to prioritize circle. Team FR, they're doing the same thing. They're prioritizing the circle. By the way, only they has kept Team Berserk Esports in order. But now Pick are slipping out of his hands. Rich went out and open. He's so much slow. Now the question is, does he have enough amount of healings? And Rich with that off-guard angle will be putting so much pressure on Lonely Zay. He just had to make it till that rock. And he did it. Lonely Zay didn't trace down that vehicle well, but oh my goodness. Lonely Zay steps out and open. And Wraith will be taken down, but that knock was brilliant by Lonely Zay. Great piece of skill. But Team DT, again, they'll be getting eliminated. This time on 19th position, so same kind of result as of the last game. Same kind of result as the last game. Mystic Esports, even same kind of result as the last game for them too. Yes, they've lost players early. They'll be caught. Oh, Poison was trying to run back, but he won't be able to do that. And Aura now is the solo survivor for Team Sage Esports. Especially in Miramar, solo survivors don't sustain till the very end. I'm sorry. In Miramar, the solo survivors don't survive till the very end. They get overwhelmed. Especially traveling here in Miramar is always hectic. Rotation is always hectic. So a solo player cannot execute a rotation all by himself. He needs his teammates to be along with him. And since Sage Esports' Aura is solo player surviving, for now he's present inside the circle. In fact, he's deep inside the circle, so maybe he might not need to rotate for a very long time. But if circle ditches him, then rotation is going to be a question for him. And the probabilities of him getting eliminated are way more high. Rich, by the way, is the solo guy standing. It was a great spray to start off with. Ecstatic gets knocked out. So now, Rich is not the last player surviving. Wraith is still with him. And all these players are in the same compound. Ecstatic was even alive and he will be flushed out. So now Rich, along with Wraith, the duo surviving for Berserk Esports. Wraith is overwhelmed. By the way, he knocks down a player. But Rich cannot get out of this warehouse. That's the problem. He cannot support his teammates. He's been pinned down there. And if he gets out, he will be immediately stabbed in his back. But the player who was maintaining the Levi always, who had that flank angle, is already closed in. So Rich now has an opportunity to get out of this warehouse. But even if he does that, he knows that he won't be getting anything. Even he doesn't have a helmet right now. So that is a problem. He needs to let Ava Esports get into his range, get into the radius. So Rich at least can flush down a player. Oh my god, he took down 3! He took down 3 players! How on earth did he do that? Wow, that was a close call. Ava Esports almost fell on their face. And as I said, he wanted to let his opponent step into his zone. So much patience he showed, and he almost got a fruit for his patience. That was intense. That was a close call. And on 15th position, Berserk Esports will get eliminated. Rich fought like a warrior. That's a respectful way to get eliminated. 14 teams and 49 players, by the way, are still alive. Most of the teams are present inside the circle. Almost all the teams are present inside the circle, except one that is going to be Ava Esports. And somebody in the chat said that Ava Esports will do better in the next game. So they're doing better. 5 eliminations for Ava Esports. This is a good start. This is better than the last game. A lot of supporters for Ava Esports. 99 creators. Comes up with a knock. That is Team 99 Esports. Team 20. GE against them. 99 Esports knocks down GE Cobra. And now it's time to close in. There's 2 players remaining, but it's a 1v4 close range fight. But 707 is the only man who has closed in. Now his teammates show up. Creator is in this fight. Wow, good connections there by 707 and 77. And Team GE, they will rest in peace. They're out. They're eliminated on 14th position. Great communication between the players of Team 99 Esports. They left room for no error. And that's how you're supposed to win a fight. And there was a picture perfect slamming. Copybook slamming. Textbook slamming. You can call it. There was a picture perfect slamming by Team 99 Esports. Textbook perfection. Creating the first non-going game. And then maintaining splits and taking down players one by one. But I guess 707 risked it too much to go for that 1v1 against 77. If he had got knocked out there, then he wouldn't have got revival. If he had got knocked out, then he wouldn't have got revival. So at this point, his team could have faced a casualty. And he took so much risk because he was low. He didn't have enough amount of HP. He was low. That's the risk he took. I know he has a good gun power, but you cannot fight when you're low, even if you have good gun power. But it's okay. He won that fight, and GE Esports will be eliminated. By the way, 21 guns. They are fighting Team 7. Aim to shoot. Action will be moving in too much closer. He moves in too much close, and Action gets knocked out. Dark only has pinned down Goat. He's just waiting for him to step out, to sit inside that vehicle. His head would have been easily visible there. Aura Gaming in the nearby areas. Aura Gaming, after hearing the gunshots, are they going to close in for the third party? Dark only, he'll be going for the revival, and Aura Gaming shoots. Dark only is in a problem there. He loses his HP, but Aura Gaming will be getting some good amount of damage for them, nothing else. Aim to shoot. Maybe they're just surviving with one player. Yeah, Hawk the Goat. It's the final player surviving. And the third party comes in. Hawk the Goat. So much low because of the third party. And even 21 Guns faced a casualty there. Action gets knocked out too by FR Zabir. And Farboys Gaming takes advantage of the situation. I guess they were waiting for 21 Guns to invade that compound and completely tremble. And Farboys Gaming wanted this opportunity to go for a slam it. Farboys Gaming executes it really well. 21 Guns in the last game. They got a winner with a chicken dinner. And here getting eliminated on 12th position will just ruin everything on the points table for them. Farboys Gaming is giving their everything. This Miramar is crucial for so many teams. But there are a lot of teams whose Rondo performance isn't that great. There are a lot of teams who doesn't perform that great in Rondo. So they need to go all in here in Miramar so that they can get average points in Rondo and make a good position on points table, and then they will try their luck in the final Erangel game. So when the grand finals is of just 4 games, it is so much important to perform in each and every game to get #1 for you. If you mess up even a single game, there's so much uncertainty on the points table. I think you guys might relate. There is so much uncertainty on the points table even if you mess up one single game. So that's the reason why these 4 games grand finals are so much difficult to win, difficult to conquer. RC Esports was Team Ava, and Ava is unstoppable now. Ava Esports is continuously getting frags for them. They're looking great. 8 heliums. They can get 10 if they eliminate Team RC Esports, but they have to keep one thing in mind. You cannot lose your players while fighting. But F2D Esports, out of nowhere, they'll be showing up. Even Nora is in the nearby area, so he is up for third party. But that was Team 4 who shows up out of nowhere. That was Team Old School. And all of a sudden now, the pace of Team Ava has been slowed down because they have faced 2 casualties. So fighting now is maybe not an option for Ava Esports, and retreating to the safe areas will become an option. Or even if they want to fight, they'll have to think a lot before fighting. Old School, they're moving in closer to get their hands on the remaining players as well. And this is a perfect opportunity. This is the perfect moment to prioritize eliminations. 3 eliminations Old School already has. They can get more if they try to get more. Next Esports, they're out of this game. So we're left with just 9 teams and 25 players. And we're about to witness Stage 5. Stage 5 is about to begin. It's still time for Stage 5 to begin. But Aura now is in a great trouble because Team Old School is squaring up in his compound with an intention of eliminating him. It turns out to be what Ava Esports. Tofsko has no healings. And Aura maybe has pinned down Tosco. Well, Tosco is looking at Aura, protecting himself from Aura. But Aura is not able to spot him down. Team FR getting the circle privilege. Stage 5 moves for a sudden shift. There's 2 teams inside the circle, Aura Gaming and Team FR. And I love the way how Aura Gaming has played in this game. 2 eliminations they've secured, but completely prioritizing the circle. Just a survival game by Team Aura Gaming. And maybe Miramar is their weakness. I feel like Miramar is Aura Gaming's weakness. And it's okay if one of the maps is your weakness. It's fine. You cannot be best at all the maps. You cannot be good in all the maps. So it's okay if one of the maps is your weakness. And in this 4-game grand finals, you just have to play 1 Miramar. So that's why Team Aura Gaming is being so much cautious, and they just want to get those average points in this Miramar. And they will go nuts in Rondo. I've seen them performing well so many times in Rondo and the final Erangel game too, because we all know the final game lobby is so much dirty and aggressive. So it's comparatively easy to make it to the top 5. It's easy to get those 50 points in the final game. So Aura Gaming will be focusing on the final game. In that game, they'll be focusing on eliminations and placements at the same time. So I feel like this is a very good strategy by Team Aura Gaming. EXF, great win for them. Farboys Gaming is out on 8th position. 7 teams and 19 players. EXF now, they have to head towards the circle after that great win against Farboys Gaming. Winning a fight where they had numbers disadvantage, so this will definitely boost their confidence to convert this game into a winner-winner chicken dinner. But there are still big mammoths surviving here in this lobby. And now Old School, they felt the urge to go for that slam, and they have to go for that slam, and there's no other option left. And Aspects with that Molotov is going to burn down Johnny in the corner. Johnny gets knocked out. Brilliant that was by Aspects. He needed to use his S12K to put him down. The shots coming in from a range as well is a problem now for Team Old School. And Team FR, they're down to 2 players. Sabir has to handle the situation at any cost, but he cannot step out in open areas because there are teams from a range who are continuously dealing those shots. And Old School, they're out. They'll be taking a taste of their own medicine. Team FR getting few frags, but Team RC 911 finishes Aspects, and Team Old School gets eliminated on 5th position. So we are left with 4 teams and 9 players. And Aura Gaming is the only team who has numbers advantage. And I hope Aura Gaming converts this game into a winner-winner chicken dinner. There's no room for error. And that's a wild split maintained by Aura Gaming, but keeping only just 2 players inside the circle. Prime, he will regroup with his teammates. But Aura Gaming is now confident as they've maintained splits and they're trying to occupy most of the part of the circle. But this won't really work out for them because there's no team will be moving from their back end areas. So even if they occupy most of the part of the circle, the enemies are in front of them. So they have to just completely rely on the shift of the upcoming circle. If the upcoming circle favors them, then it's great. Then the split will make a huge difference. But if circle gets out of their hands, then maybe Aura Gaming will have to do the most of the job. It will train them out to FRE's closes in. Shiroji gets knocked out. Zaidu is really surviving in 10 HPs. Aura Gaming just needs to reunite here. But by the time Zaidu will heal himself. And Prime is overcommitting. And this is dangerous, but he puts down Zaidu. And Prime will revive his teammate as well. And that's the end. FR gets eliminated on 3rd position. It's a 3v2 fight left. But RC Esports, they are being favored by the circle. And Aura Gaming now has a chance to lose the game. And I feel like Aura Gaming still lacks in luck. Luck doesn't favor them. But if you look at the positive side, I feel like Aura Gaming was favored by luck. That's the reason why they were inside the circle by this time. The whole time they've been inside the circle till now. Just because luck is favoring them. But now when they needed the most, the circle ditches them. And they have to enter the circle. So there are 2 ways to see a situation. And if you take a look at the positive side, the positive side says that Aura Gaming is lucky. They were present inside the circle till now, till this very moment. By this time, they were present inside the circle. But when they needed it the most, they are out of the circle. So converting this game is a task. Maybe they'll wait for the upcoming circle. What if upcoming shift favors them? It's just about patience. Because utilities are not going to travel that much to get into the houses and knock down 911 or Dong Dong. So Aura Gaming, I guess patience would be the best strategy at this point. But no way! They're out of the circle. Even Team RC is out of the circle. But who's far away? But Shiroji knocks down Dong Dong. And Aura Gaming now will definitely close in. 911 daily surviving in 10 HPs. Prime seizes the seat and puts in the final nail in the coffin. Finally! Aura Gaming winning a brilliant winner chicken dinner for them. That was a great conversion by Team Aura Gaming. I loved the way they play. That's the end. Aura Gaming straight up to #1. 11 aliens, that makes it 21 points out of this game. So yes, Aura Gaming straight up to #1 after this game. They have to now maintain their #1. Rondo is going to be difficult for them. But Aura Gaming, probably Miramar is their weakness. Getting a winner chicken dinner in Miramar, it was unexpected. But Aura Gaming turning the tables, doing the unexpected, doing the hard thing, doing the difficult job, and getting a winner chicken dinner here in Miramar, turning their weakness into their strength. Well, we'll take a short break and we will be watching Team Aura Gaming's strategy and game style. We'll be watching them closely in Rondo. Let's see if they maintain consistency or not. We'll be taking a short break and we'll be right back with match number 3. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for match number 3. It's Rondo time. Here we go. This is the moment we all were waiting for. It's time for Rondo. Rinjiang is the starting point of the flight path. Kungxia is the finishing point. Flight path favoring the central part. It will be easy to access Yulin and New York's factory of Rondo map. And that's the only two drop locations. Those are the only two drop locations teams care about. So a lot of teams will be heading towards Yulin and New York's factory. But since the flight path is favoring both these drop locations, teams have much less pressure on them. Because if only one of these drop locations was favored, then probably it would have created a lot of chaos. But since both these drop locations are favored, lobby will be divided into two equal halves. So half of the players will be heading towards Yulin, half of the players will be heading towards New York's factory. The first circle favoring the northeastern regions of Toronto map. And look at that. How many teams have headed towards Yulin? That's a wild, wild number. So many teams here in Yulin. 21 guns. Can they get a great record start? That is the question. Galsen takes down links of Ava Esports. Tosco gets knocked out because of the third party happening from the back in areas. Galsen moves in, enters a 1v2. Ava Esports immediately gives up. There was not a third party, I guess. There was Dark only who took down Tosco in close range. 21 Guns gets a great start in the record phase of Rondo. I hope they convert this into more eliminations in the record phase. Because 21 Guns got a winner chicken in the first game, and they did nothing in the last game. They got eliminated early. So this Rondo is everything for them. If they fail in this Rondo, then making it up in Erangel will be so much difficult for them. Aura Gaming Prime, by the way, he's the 1v2 situation, but he had no Western helmet, and that's what will put him to sleep. That's what pulled him down from winning that fight. And Aura Gaming Prime, Sheiroji, both of them have been flushed out. Aura Gaming needs a reset now. They need to find a record beacon, and they need to bring back their players into the game. So many teams and players have headed towards New York's factory and test track. Comparatively, there are less teams here in New York's factory. But Farboys Gaming, they've eliminated 5 players. 5 eliminations for them. So before we reaching New York's factory, Farboys Gaming has almost cleared out this particular area of the map. And now they're moving in to take down the other opponents. FR and Team Tactical, they're present here. Tug, great spray. Tug needs to focus on the players which are close to him. And it's amazing to see how Farboys Gaming hasn't collected helmet and vest yet. And that will become a problem for them. Now Matt, being the solo guy, won't be able to save New View and Tug from getting eliminated. But Matt now, he has to fight all by himself. He finds a opportunity to revive his teammate inside that smoke. And one random spray inside that smoke would ruin everything. Tug, is he on a recall tower, or all the players of Farboys Gaming in the fighting zone? That is the question. Well, Tug, he has been recalled. He was in the fighting zone, but he was knocked down. He will bleed out to death, and he will be recalled immediately. New will be revived. Farboys Gaming now, they're 1 player up. The Team FR, they have 3 players. Seidu knocks down Nuvu. And Matt now in a clutching situation. In a clutch-like situation. Zaydo will be moving in first, but before him moving in first, Johnny goes in for the grenade and he gets Nuru again. Matt, he's so much low. But Matt immediately switches onto the grenade. Matteo surprises Shakib. What? Oh my god! Now how much frustrating that must have been for Zaydu, that Nuru was blocking the gate. He wasn't letting Zaydu open the gate. And the grenade was right on target. Shakid will be flushed out too by Maton. Wow, that was great by Team Farboys Gaming. And Niru landed that grenade so well. That was Matt who landed that grenade so well. And Matt now gets out of New York's factory pretty quickly. And he's heading towards the safe areas. Does he have a recall? I guess he doesn't have a recall. Maybe he'll pick up his teammate who has a recall, and those two will fight in Neox Factory. Yes, he's gonna pick up the recaller of his team, and then along with his teammate, he'll be fighting here in Neox Factory. That is gonna be Seath. Yep, that is gonna be Seath, who he will need to pick up. But look at Farway's Gaming, how much far away they are from the circle. So Matt, is he really heading towards Seath to pick him up? Or he is just changing his direction and breaching Neox Factory from a different area? Maybe he's just rotating around Neox Factory to get a better view on his opponents. Tactical team has just one opponent in front of them and they'll conquer Neox Factory. And finally, Tactical Gaming, they'll make the decision to close in. And Johnny just spams that as well, gets both the players. That is brilliant. What a clutch by Johnny. 5 elims now for Team FR in the recall phase. That's a great way to start. And Johnny conquers Neox Factory. Most of the contribution in terms of eliminations, hard carrying his team. 4 eliminations were contributed by Johnny out of 5. But that was the moment of the day when Zaydu was trying to open the door and Nuvu was blocking him. And then Matt, grenade right on target, finishing out his own teammate, but also getting an elimination, eliminating his opponent. By the way, second circle has been initiated. It will be a northern shift by the circle. Tactical team. That will be a good regrouping for them as Error is right at the center. But does he have a recall tower there? Yes, he does have a recall tower. So if he recalls his teammates, they will be reuniting right at the center of the circle. So that is a great recall tower selection by Error. This happens rarely. And this could be the game which Tactical team might secure for them. And after winning this game, they might get a good position on points table. This might be the game on which Tactical team has their eyes on. Rondo is a map of comeback, definitely. Rondo changes everything, and I've seen so many times the teams not doing everything and not doing anything in the first 2 games, and then performing really well in Rondo and just jumping on points table and getting themselves #1. Not #1, or maybe getting themselves into top 3. Getting #1 is more difficult, but getting themselves into top 3 or getting themselves into contention is comparatively more practical. But Team RC straight away goes to the Flamin on Team TT. Error gets knocked out too. 2 of the players of Team TT have been knocked out. Dong Dong is the only man, and now he needs to win this 1v1 against Thomas. Thomas gets knocked out too, and he will be flushed out immediately. And now easily Dong Dong, he will revive all his teammates. Aura Gaming, are they going to push in for that slam-in? But Team RC straight away prioritizing the center of the circle. That was a wise decision. But that was a very risky decision by Team RC, and they will be getting huge rewards for that too. It will be changing the complete dynamics of the game for them. So now since they're at the center, they can just hold inside that compound. They might compromise in terms of eliminations, but they will be having a really secure spot inside the circle. And the upcoming shifts might not even ditch them out. Osco knocks down Alpha. Aura Gaming needs to look out for themselves. And Alpha will be left there out and open. Aura Gaming is trying to get out of this situation, the other 3 players, and definitely if Alpha has a recall, he'll be brought back into this game. But Aura Gaming is not going to sacrifice the other 3 players just to save 1. Search for recall beacon as soon as possible, because we're about to begin with phase 3. And Aura Gaming eventually turns out to be there, the center of attraction. Amrit gets knocked out by that vehicle blast. Now all the 3 players behind just 1 rock. And things are getting dirty now for Team Aura Gaming. Shiro has to revive 2 of his teammates. It's good to see that Team Ava Esports has chased Team Aura Gaming. So less pressure on Team Aura Gaming, but Top Squad has showed up. But even Team ETN, they will be doing third party, but Top Squad might eliminate the complete lineup of Aura Gaming. They have to knock down Tovsko at any cost. Amrit has to show some massive reflexes to take down Tovsko. But Tovsko knows that Team 21 Guns is also doing that third party, so he cannot move in too much ahead. He cannot move too much forward, or else he will be targeted by 21 Guns too. And at this point, our esports is not ready to lose any players. That's a good move to use utilities and grenades, but the third party from Team ETN and rest of the 3 players will close in and Tovsko will be saved. Levi always himself gets knocked out. mindstar tracing him down. So Team Ava Esports, things didn't go as they expected. Tovsko, his vehicle has been collapsed. That is messing up his aim completely, but he gets 2! No way! ETN! They are eliminated from this game. The vehicle collapsed, but Tovsko, his aim was intact. Oh my lord. What have I seen? Crazy comeback by Ava Esports in this fight. Unbelievable stuff by Tovsko. Have you ever seen such kind of stuff? People in the chat, have you guys ever witnessed a clutch like this? What has he done? He did Team ETN dirty. Hands down, one of the best clutches I've ever seen in my life. Circle moves for a northern shift, by the way. Most of the teams, they're in the south. So not all the teams are going to make it to the circle. Aura Gaming, they're trapped. They still cannot get out of that situation. And their healings are now draining out. Aura Gaming. This game is slipping out of their hands. As long as Team 21 Guns is in front of them, Aura Gaming cannot get out of that cover. Eilish is the solo player in AR 21 Guns. And one thing is good that 21 Guns doesn't know about Eilish's position, so Eilish can stay here near this bridge and wait for his teammates to regroup, and then Mao Sovereign can move towards the circle. But nobody has noticed that Eilish is still sitting inside that vehicle, but no way, a disaster for Mao Sovereign. Both the players have been knocked down. Axe tracing down both of them. TB Kairos and Ruthless, both of them are out. So Eilish now is a solo player surviving for Team Mao Sovereign. He needs to lead his team. He needs to get his team a few points, because this rondo is the last hope for Team Mao Sovereign. If this map doesn't go well, it is over. It is over. The way Mao Sovereign started off this day with eliminations, I thought like Mao Sovereign will have a great day. But Mao Sovereign then got eliminated. And Miramar was miserable. They got eliminated first there. And there's so much pressure on Team Mao Sovereign to perform. Maybe because of performance pressure, Mao Sovereign is not able to do well. Aura Gaming, hats off to them. It's still unbelievable for me how they came out of that miserable situation. 3 players behind one small cover with enemies behind them, in front of them. And they still got out of that mess. This shows how much lucky Team Aura Gaming is. Because if there was any other team instead of them in that situation, they surely could have got eliminated. They surely would have got eliminated. If there was any other team stuck in that situation, like Aura Gaming, they surely could have got eliminated. But Aura Gaming made it to the circus successfully, keeping 2 of the players alive. Ava Esports, are they eliminated? Oh, that's a disaster. Ava Esports has been eliminated from this game. So now the final angle is pretty much crucial for them. Maybe they're not in contention. If they're not in contention, then they will go for eliminations in the final Erangel game. That's what they're going to do. Mystic Esports, they're eliminated. Farvoice Gaming, they're down to 1 player. Seath, he makes it to the circle, but at what cost? He'll be losing all his teammates. And now he has to destroy the soil. He has to dig in. And He needs to find himself a good spot inside the circle. But by the way, Farboys Gaming has done great in terms of eliminations. They have good amount of elims right now. Aura Gaming will be recalling their players. That is amazing. Aura Gaming recalls their eliminated players, and they were 4 players strong until and unless Amrit gave up. Amrit gets finished out. But Aura Gaming, now they're 1 player up. 3 eliminations for them. But entering the 5th circle is going to be a hell of a task for them. Circle moves for his southeastern shift. EXF has a really good area inside the circle. And 21 Guns, their Igel is just an absolute genius. The way he's predicting the circle, and the Igel of Team 21 Guns, the way he's predicting the circle, and he's able to keep his team inside the circle at crucial stages is just insane. It's just unbelievable. The map study, the circle study is just built. He's just built different. The map study, the circle study is just on a whole another level. The Igel is just built different in terms of predicting the circle. 21 Guns, they are blessed that they have a experienced Igel in their team who knows how to predict the circle. And he has done this twice. We saw this happening in Erangel as well, where 21 Guns, for the most of the time, they were present inside the circle. And here in Rondo as well. 21 Guns, they have a terrific position inside the circle. Gallo Galson, they were finished out. And still 21 Guns, they're pretty much close to the circle. They're not far away. By the way, Prime winning a crucial fight for his team. And he takes his team to the top 7. And Prime, don't go for eliminations. Just low-key survive here till the very end. Prime can surely get his team more placement points. He can make it to the top 5 as well. All you gotta do is just low-key survive in that corner, because there's rarely any team who knows about Prime. Rolo Ito gets knocked out. It will take some time for EXF to revive him and then move towards the circle. Berserk Esports, better than the last game. But the recall phase wasn't that great, but still a good bounce back by Team Berserk Esports. 99 Esports has done great. The team who has the most amount of eliminations right now is Team 99 Esports, I guess. They have 10. And not many teams have 10 eliminations. Prime will be taken down. He gets eliminated by the blue zone, so he'll be getting eliminated on 7th position. So 6 elims, I guess, Team Aura Gaming had, and 1 point of placement, which makes it 7. 21 Guns will overtake Aura Gaming on points table if they get this winner chicken dinner. And now they have 10 eliminations. They've overtaken Team 99 Esports. Saith gets eliminated. But winning this final fight is going to be a tough task for 21 Guns. But since EXF, they're lacking in numbers, if EXF is the final competitor in front of 21 Guns, they will easily win that fight. Or maybe EXF will cause a bit of trouble to Team 21 Guns. You never know. This game is filled with uncertainty. So if EXF takes it on ego, then maybe they can turn the tide. Already made it to the top 3. Action gets knocked out. 21 Guns. Them getting knocked out at this time, this is not a good sign. Their players getting knocked out at this time is not a good sign. Since 21 Guns, they're out of the circle. Maybe Berserk Esports will not go for the slamming. They won't directly attack 21 Guns. They will just try to occupy the circle. And Frozen! Uh-oh. That was his teammate's grenade trajectory of that smoke grenade. I thought he will be welcomed by a grenade. Red gets knocked out. And Berserk Esports by that time will be eliminating EXF. And Oreo, he will find himself out of the circle. And that's an easy winner chicken dinner for 21 Guns. 12 eliminations and a winner chicken dinner for 21 Guns. And that's the end of Rondo. And definitely now after this performance, 21 Guns will be overtaking Aura Gaming on points table. So Erangel is everything now. We'll be taking a short break and we'll be right back with match number 4. Till then, you all guys know what to do. Like and subscribe. Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we are all set to start off with game number 4. It's Erangel time. Flight path initiates from Sosno Community Base, finishes off towards Severny, clearing the central part of Erangel map. Most of the teams are going to drop in Pochinki, especially those ones location who have nothing to accomplish. Those teams are going to head towards Pochinki. Well, Team Old School, they're heading towards Novorapnoi, and they will play this final game cautiously and in a disciplined manner. Mystic Esports, they are heading to Sosnoka military base, the sea building areas. And as I said, a lot of teams are going to drop in Pochinki, and that is happening here. Eva Esports, since they have nothing left to accomplish, they're heading towards Pochinki. They'll be indulging themselves into early fights, and getting more and more eliminations is going to be their priority. But they're not heading towards Pochinki. And the circle is favoring the South Island. So we're heading towards South Island finish, Sosnoka military base finish. EXF dropping in Milta power, dropping in Milta and the outer skirts of Milta. 21 guns, they'll be heading towards school. No team has headed towards Pochinki. That is a huge surprise for me. But Ava Esports, what if they eliminate Aura Gaming right in the initial stages? Then the competition will practically be over for 21 guns. They'll just need to survive and they will become the winner of the Season 9 finals. Sheiroji has the spot, but he has a weapon there, but he will get knocked out as he's so much low, and the first casualty coming up for Aura Gaming. And the last Erangel game, where Aura Gaming is usually very good with their survival. I guess they will get eliminated early in this final Erangel game, and the dream of winning the grand finals will shatter into pieces. They have to save the game at any cost. Alpha, even he is heading towards the same compound to save his teammate. Alpha doesn't completely know him. He's still behind it for himself. And that is, I guess, Lavi. From range, will be dealing a spray. Oh, Alpha dealt so much damage on top score, but the final bullet knocking him down. Alpha is on his knees. Amrit and Prime is the duo surviving. And where is Amrit right now? Amrit is so much separated. He's near the bridge areas. And I feel like Amrit is going to survive for his team. Prime will get eliminated, definitely. Because it's a 1v3 fight, but he might pull off a miracle. You never know. And already the luck is favoring Aura Gaming so much. But Team DT closes in for the third party. So Ava Esports, this is going to be a long fight for them. A huge war, because Team DT, even they're going for the third party. So this fight is not going to get easily finished. Lonely Axe. He has a off-guard angle, that flank angle. It's Lonely Zay who has a flank angle for now. And Uzbek Silla gathering its guts and reaching that compound of Team Ava Esports. With Aura Gaming surviving in that corner, Alpha will be put to end. He has been eliminated. But Prime getting charged up. His opponents are attacking him, I guess. Prime sitting in the corner. Uzbek Silla overcommitting and gets knocked out. Prime gets knocked out too. Aura Gaming down to just one player now. Amrit. All responsibilities on him. He has to survive more than 21 guns in this game, or else it will be game over for Team Aura Gaming. All their hard work will go in vain. But 21 guns, swimming against the tide, doing the unexpected, a difficult job, and getting elimination in the early stages. I thought that 21 guns will take them away from fights, will take themselves away from fights, but no. 21 guns, they are fighting in the very initial stages of this Erangel game. This is reverse psychology. Old School versus Team FR. Old School rotated and headed towards Novorapnoi, I guess so. Or they dropped in Novorapnoi. They started attacking Team Z. Oh, Zedu! Knocks down Preet. Sorry. That's Team FR and not Team ZR. A mistake. I said Team ZR. I'm really sorry for that. It is the seeds. The attacking the seed. He makes no connections on Zabir. And Old School, and now they are being impatient. They're taking the initiative to take down these two players. And as we all know, Team Old School doesn't have a good position on points table. out. Josie from the back of the areas. Trying to put down Zabir. He doesn't have much ammo inside that. Pump shotgun will be an option, but Aspects with that Molotov will increase the trouble for Zabir, and he will need to step out. And Zabir now is in a sandwich situation, but he didn't get knocked out. Twister puts down Zabir. Zaidu will be the final player surviving, and he's in a 1v3 situation. Can he make it happen? Can he clutch a 1v3 against Team Old School? Can he prove himself? Mystic Esports a sexy OG on the other side. Will be finished out with the pants, and that's a humiliation. Twister tries to cross, and Zaidu by mistake steps out of OG, making it more easy for Twister. But Zaidu attacks Twister first, and Twister is so much lower, but Pixel peek by Twister, baiting Zaidu. And FR is out. They're eliminated on 14th position. Already a lot of teams have been eliminated. Ava East was trying to cross the bridge early. And Ava East was on their way to the circle now. Pinning down Team GE as well. Mauling Team Mystic Esports as well. So they're dominating two teams at the same time. 8 elims for Ava Esports. They've done really great in the initial stages of this last game. Mom 2 gets stabbed by Levy 666. Leaving Cobra, the second last player surviving. There's another player, by the way. GE77, he is being revived, so Ava Esports might regret it later that they didn't flush out GE77. And if he steps up and bothers Team Ava Esports, that is going to be a deep, deep regret for them for making this mistake. Letting GE77 get that revival. And then he himself eliminating Team Ava Esports. That is going to be painful for them. There's going to be Jungly who will be eliminating GE77 pushes in. He's about to get knocked out. His teammate shows up. Jungly takes down Cobra. 1v1 against GE77. Jungly takes him down too. Connects really well with the GS9. That is brilliant. But oh no! Chovsko was watching him closely, and Mystic Esports, they will be eliminated too. So Ava Esports at the end. They've got their hands on two teams at the same time, Mystic Esports and GE. And Ava Esports shouldn't stop here. They should continue their search and hunt. And now they're on the drop location of EXF Esports. Ingsen, he has a height advantage and he's keeping an eye on Team Ava Esports. He's watching Ava Esports from a location. And Ava Esports doesn't have any idea about him. Second circle has been initiated, and it's a centralized shift by the circle, and it's pretty much obvious that we are going to witness South Island finish. Farwo is gaming, they're still in the big city of Georgia, but when are they going to start their rotation? Next team is the big area, Ramsek traces really well, and always in the last game, Team Dream Team performed well. Ramsek needs to reload and aim on Milk, but he will get late and Milk sneaks out. So Ramsek will be just able to get his hands on one player. And now he's in a situation of 1v3. Axe will be saved by Next Esports if they eliminate Ramsek on time, because Bluezo is troubling Axe. Ramsek now is in a sandwich situation. Hero will be providing wide enough amount of cover, and Milk takes down Ramsek, and DT gets eliminated. Team DT gets eliminated on 11th position in this game as well. They left the game empty-handed. Yes. Amrit, by the way, getting the first elimination. So Team AG, they're off the mark. They had to work so much for this one elimination. Not the kind of start Team AG was looking for. But still at this point, if 21 Guns get eliminated early with one elimination, and if Amrit makes it to the top 5, just getting himself placement points and few more elimination points, I guess they might overtake 21 Guns on points table. And just because of the kind of circle has formed, this game has been so much chaotic. Just because of South Island circle, this game has been so much chaotic in the initial stages. All teams that played peacefully. Ava East was still staying on a military base bridge. They know that there are more teams to come. through that bridge, and they would like to get their hands on those teams. They want more elims, because getting more elims and a winner chicken dinner is the only way to finish on a good position on points table. Because if they just play passively without prioritizing eliminations, they will be getting nothing on points table. That kind of performance wouldn't be liked by the players of Ava Esports. So in the last game, they're gonna fight like a warrior, and with great fighting spirit, they're gonna take exit from this tournament. Aspects, he has been pinned down on the bridge. Twister has executed a 1v4. Aspects, he will be eliminated because of the blue zone. What happened there? I'm still confused. How did Aspects get eliminated? Did he get eliminated by the blue zone? No, that didn't happen. Was he knocked out by Team Berserk Esports? I didn't saw that. I didn't see that. Next Esports versus Team Ava. Will this fight take place? Ava Esports has slowed down the pace of the fight, pace of the game, and they're just relaxing in a compound. And next Esports would like to pick a fight against them. Lynx and Hero, only two players inside that compound. A 1v1 fight. Second moves for Eastern Shift. So now only one team out of these two will be making it to the circle. Next Esports, they're in a mood to initiate this fight. But Ava Esports, they're maintaining a split, and Pubg from that higher angle can make problems for the players present below Lynx. Can create problems for the players present below Lynx. He has to just dodge those grenades. Levi gets knocked out. He will be outnumbered. And there's no chance to save him too. Ava Esports on their way to face their first casualty. Pubg and Lynx, they need to pay back. They have to take the revenge. The numbers disadvantage factor is a problem in this fight. In next Esports, even they have a really good potential in them, but I don't know why they haven't performed in the first two games. In the first three games, in fact. Pubg, he wants to sneak out. Even Lynx got knocked out by that grenade. And Lynx just had to tank those grenades. Could have easily survived inside that squad house if Pubg was giving him cover from the higher ground ridge. But even Pubg sneaked out, and then Lynx got overwhelmed inside that squad house. And it was obvious. So Pubg now running on feet. And he will be spotted by Milk. That was a ruthless spray. Pubg goes out. Ava Esports gets eliminated on 10th position. Maybe his vehicle ran out of fuel. That's what happened. That's what exposed him in a wide open area. And running away was the only option left. Eastern Shift by the circle. Team RC prioritizing the center. And I'm wondering why Team RC is playing so much cautiously without showing any aggression. Why are they prioritizing survival over aggression? That's what I'm wondering right now. Team RC is not in contention. Even a winner chicken with 20 elims would carry them to #1. Rondo was pretty much decent for them. Amrit, is he being caught by Team RC? If Amrit gets caught, the hopes of Team Aura Gaming will be demolished. Amrit has to survive, and he's so much close. And he must be having his eyes on finish feed because he wants Team 21 Guns to get eliminated. If 21 Guns get eliminated, the doors will open for Aura Gaming. But as long as 21 Guns is present inside this game, there are no hopes for Aura Gaming to become the champions. 21 Guns needs to get eliminated because already they are having a lead on Aura Gaming. They're having a lead on points stable because they got 2 winner chicken dinners. 21 Guns is a hypertension team. It's not really easy to pull them down or outperform them. They somehow make a comeback. They somehow get 2 winner chicken dinners out of 4. And this is not the first time where 21 Guns is has gotten 2 winner chicken dinners out of 3 games. This is not the first time. Sorry for the fumble. But yeah, this is not the first time that 21 Guns has got 2 winner chicken dinners out of 3 games. They've done this before. This is what they're known for. They've built their standard in such a way that if they don't make it to the top 5, it's surprising for the audience, it's surprising for me as well. Berserk Esports, finally, they're off the mark. They'll be getting 2 eliminations. Axe will be flushed out. Milk, maybe he's the final player surviving, but Ecstatic is in an open area. And that is dangerous for him. Can Milk save his teammate? Why? I guess Team 99 Esports, they are eliminated from this game. Yeah, 99 Esports is out. But maybe Milk can save his teammate. Why? Why? He's right in the corner, and he's knocked out, and there are no enemies around him. But Milk is not interested to save his teammate. I don't know why. But maybe there are Berserk Esports players around him. That's why Milk is not taking the risk, and why will give up. And that was a bait by Berserk Esports. Bring Milk closer, and then eliminate him. But this way, Milk just headed towards the circle, and it was difficult for Berserk Esports to catch him down. Circle moves for a sudden shift. Since there are less players in the lobby, this kind of circle won't make that much amount of difference. It's just 22 players and 8 teams are alive, are remaining. Even though if the circle is favoring water areas, it won't really bother players. EXF Esports just moving edge to edge. They would like to get this winner chicken in the final game. Somebody just eliminate 21 guns or fight 21 guns. Amrit is spraying right now. Amrit is spraying that 21 guns should get eliminated. Let 21 guns get eliminated. But instead, Berserk Esports will be targeted and Rage gets knocked out. Rich is stuck behind that tree. And Rich gets knocked out too. So EXF finally unloading on a team that is going to be Berserk Esports. EXF Esports taking calculated risk. Always keeping themselves in advantage. Here as well, EXF Esports keeping themselves in advantage. They have higher ground advantage. And they always perform in the final game. And yeah, this is not the first time I'm seeing EXF Esports doing well in the last game as compared to the first 3 games. Because as always, the lobby in the last game is too much aggressive, it's dirty, not a lot of players are alive in the end stages of the game. It's comparatively easy to make it to the top 5, or it's easy to get placement points in the last game, and that is what EXF Esports have been doing till now. EXF Esports has been doing till now. They just survived, and they fought when they were forced to. They got 3 eliminations, not a big number. Because Ava Esports, they almost got eliminated with 9 eliminations in their hands. They got eliminated with almost 9 eliminations. Yep, 9 eliminations in their hands. So 3 eliminations are nothing compared to it. It goes to their round 7th position. EXF Esports versus 21 guns. Dark only knocks down Cyphercino, Rollo Ito. Good center of attraction, buddy. You gotta get out of here. He has a hovercraft, and the problem with this vehicle is the whole map gets to know where you are moving and where you're not. It makes too much noise. Cyphercino will be put down to sleep, giving 21 guns their 2nd elimination. Another point. Another 1-point lead against Team Aura Gaming. Just 3 players. And they are on the edge. Again, the same strategy. It's playing the edge to edge. Very cautiously. They're trying very hard. And will it attract Far Voice Gaming for the third party? They've maintained a 2-1 split. Maybe Matt might backstab Team EXF Esports, but he will not consider stabbing EXF Esports in their back. And he will be reuniting with his teammates. But EXF Esports, they're eliminated. And 21 guns getting more and more elimination. Now they have 5. So 21 guns might even get 3 winner chicken dinners out of 4. This is going to be sheer dominance by 21 guns. Not letting any other team to get even close to them. Timora Gaming came too close. But in the end, 21 Guns leaving them miles behind. And the problem was the first three casualties which were faced by Aura Gaming in the initial stages of this game, completely paralyzing them, leaving Amrit, the solo player. And Amrit then just survived. That's a bonus elimination which he has got, the best he could do. But now he brings his team into top 4. Even at this point, if 21 Guns get eliminated and Amrit gets a winner chicken dinner, there is a chance that Aura Gaming might overtake them on point stable. Farvoice Gaming, they are being overwhelmed. This last player, New View, was just barely surviving at 10 HPs. Will RC Esports eliminate Team 21 Guns? Now it's just hypothetical scenarios left. Frozen gets knocked out. Amrit on the back of the areas. He will be taken down by Mike. So, Aura Gaming, now they have to compromise with hashtag 2. 21 Guns, they are winning this tournament. They are winning Prime Series Season 9. But now it's about getting 3 winner chicken dinners out of 4. And 21 Guns is not going to let this game slip out of their hands. Nearview, he's the center of attraction. He's got in the center from both directions. The shots are coming in. And Nearview has nowhere to go. And he's present inside the circle too. So there is no need to go anywhere. But all he got to do is just survive or take down his opponent. And 21 Guns will take the initiative and they will move towards Nearview. That is a opportunity for Nearview. But that grenade of 911 will take him down. And Nearview's out of the game. And now RC Esports trying to go down Team 21 Guns. Winner with a chicken dinner with bare minimum eliminations by Team RC is coming up. Action is the final player surviving. Leaving 2 players of Team RC and 911 is the final player surviving. Action is going to pull off a clutch against Team RC. Can he make that happen? 911, all you got to do is just wait. But you got to keep your aim sharp. Action is going to prioritize his reflexes and he is going to move into the circle. Mike, till now, he was providing all the information to 911 and Dong Dong. But now even he has been eliminated. Action moves in closer. 911 taking all the precautions, not revealing his body too much. And finally, he will take down Action, and it is the end. It is all over. Winner, chicken dinner for Team RC. Hashtag 2 for 21 Guns. With 8 elims. But with this performance, 21 Guns, they are winning. Season 9 of Prime Series. And that's the end. I hope you all guys have enjoyed, and if yes, make sure to hit that like button and the subscribe button. I'm Saida, signing off. Bye bye, good night, and take care.